Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Let's Play Avorion. Before we begin, please consider subscribing, commenting, liking, all that fun stuff. So Avorion is a game that's coming out, and I believe in 3 days on Steam. I have the link in the description at the very bottom so you can easily find it. Just, hit show and right to the very bottom, or I'll try to remember to put it as a pinned comment as well, and that's the link to this on Steam. Now, I played the demo, as you guys might have seen on my channel, because I had a first-time reaction. I thought it was amazing, and I thought I had to share it with you. Now, this is me playing it again after the demo. And I've actually made a server, but you can play single player just fine. I have a little test galaxy that I worked there. You can go to multiplayer, and you can run a dedicated server through the client itself, which I think it launches another process, but it's kind of like an interface. At least you can set up the settings there. You can host a game, and you can join a game, and then you can join an online game. Now, I actually have a dedicated server. You can actually do actual dedicated servers. So at a data center, I have a Linux server set up. So you can have a Windows server or a Linux server. No, UI needed. It's all command line. Oh no, sorry. There you go. This is my troll host thing I do, so I don't show the IP off. And then Stonely Gen. There we go. So I thought, why not play it as a multiplayer thing? Unfortunately, none of my friends have it yet, so that's the downside. You can just hit refresh, it shows up. The ping's pretty low, actually. I'm pretty close to the data center. So we're gonna join. Now keep in mind, when you do join a server, it does take a minute for it to do its connecting. I'm not quite sure what's happening. The server console doesn't display anything till it shows like me loading, particularly, but this is what happens. So you just have to be patient and calm. And yeah, so this game kind of reminds me of Freelancer, X series kind of games. Quite a lot like Freelancer, actually, with a bit of like, I guess, Space Engineers, Empyrean kind of mixed into into it with the building of ships and stuff, which is kind of fun. I can't build ships, but I've been having a blast on here. So there's a very decent tutorial. I believe if you play multiplayer, your tutorial is disabled by default. You can hit the shift key, and you can go up and enable it up here, and you can do the full tutorial. I do recommend the tutorial, and I think we're going to do the tutorial because it'll help you guys also who might be just wanting to jump right in the game and want to skip it eventually. So use your mouse to look around. Use your mouse wheel to zoom in and out. Great, you've noticed your ship turning. Oh, God. I guess it meant when you turn like this, back and forth. If you don't want your ship to turn while looking, hold left control. There you go. Hold left shift and hit continue here so you get your free mouse. You can always end and restart the tutorial, so like we did. Fly forward, now fly backwards. There you go. Talking about thrusters automatically braking for hardcore brake. So basically we can just go and flip around. And now your velocity is displayed up here. And blue means you're flying the direction, and orange means you're flying the opposite direction. A and D to strafe, of course. There's A. Perfect. And it wants us to go mining. There you go. Pro tip, hold space. There you go. So yeah, we have a server up and running, and I'm going to put it on our forums. I guess I'm going to let people on it, but it's going to be whitelisted based, so... I love the mining in this game, by the way. I absolutely love this kind of mining. I kind of think it's cool how it breaks off in chunks like that. I actually saw a comment somewhere. Somebody was saying they didn't like it breaking off in chunks, but I kind of like it like this. They think it shouldn't be in big cubes or whatever, but meh. I think it's kind of fun. But, yeah, so we'll probably have a server up and running. This server will be the server, actually. But we're going to have some rules on it, like no, cheating and stuff like that. Just like all games, some people find ways to, exploit or cheat or whatever. So there'll be rules like that. And it'll be no PvP as well, I think. I'm not really big into PvP myself, and I think PvP just kind of ruins it for people. I mean... some people out there just want like a relaxing server where maybe they can find other people to play with or talk to or maybe even trade or whatever, team up. So that's going to be our server. So that'll be in the description. That'll be probably the second last thing in the description, or maybe I'll add another comment as well. There we go. We got already 14 or 12, almost, oh, well, 1100 iron. Says up there on the top. Players start out mining so they can gather resources. Okay, click this button to fund a new ship. Found. So we call it Day 1. 500 iron. Oh, nice. So you can go to the build menu. You can hit B if you want to do that. So you can modify and build your ship here. So hold the right mouse button. This is your information panel. Red is bad. Yellow is like a warning. This is your tools panel. And then this is your, you can expand this and get all the different type of blocks. So this is material based. So this is iron, this is titanium, this is the nanite, tritium, the xanium or whatever. Then you got the augenite, and then the Avorion or whatever. I'm bad with the names. I'm sure I failed multiple times there, but you get the idea. So we're going to build a quick ship, I guess, and first you want to know which direction you're building. So if you look over there, boom, there you go. So we know this is the direction we're building. You can also mirror the plane here. So you can go x-axis, for example. If you click right here and put something on here, it will mess up. You can hold down your W key to actually shrink the block, so it shrinks like this. You just hold it back and forth. If you hold the oh, you can do the Q key as well, I guess, for something. I'm not sure, but you can do the A key to, you know, expand it this way. You can do the S key to expand it up and down. You can do this way. So you have controls. You just, your WASD keys basically give you pretty cool controls for that. So I think I'm going to start with the small blocks. And your iron hull is like your basic block. So let's go and start with that, I guess. So let's put this here. Now, actually, you know what? You can do Control Z, by the way. Actually, I'm going to get rid of... Well, I probably want the planing on, actually. Let's put the planing on, and we'll do this. This is where you'll get the air, unfortunately, when you build in the center, even though you're doing okay. So we're putting in a crew quarters, iron crew quarters. This basically lets people live on your ship. Now, if you build them together, I think you get more stats. Now, building with small blocks, they even tell you a warning on them. Doesn't work if too small. But we do have crew quarters. It says 7 on here already, so we do have the crew storage here. If you look here, you can see it increasing over time. So crew quarters 8. Now there's a merge block here. If you're holding a block, it seems like you've got that one selected, like crew quarters. Actually, I'll show you this. First, you can delete these blocks. If you middle mouse button, you can delete them like that. And if you have the mirroring on, of course, I'll do both of them. But if you hit this one, it'll merge selected blocks. And sometimes it actually gives you some bonuses. So I noticed the bonuses, I think, the most for things like cargo. If you have a lot of small cargo and you merge them, it helps quite a bit. So now when we select it, that whole thing is now one big block. It's not multiple pieces, which I believe the reason why this is actually really important is because now when I take damage, they can't just take a little piece of damage from me, so they can't start shooting and blowing up tiny pieces of block. Instead, they would have to fully damage this entire block before it blew up, which is a good thing because it means that overall it has a bigger HP, and you have mechanics on your ship that can repair your ship over time. And I believe they're mechanics, or maybe they're engineers. I'm not quite sure. I think it's mechanics. But either way, the point is that they can repair your ship over time passively without you having to replace actual blocks. But if you have a block that blows up, from what I understand, you would have to repair it through here or go to a shipyard and get it repaired. It's kind of odd right now. I don't know if this is going to always be the case, but you don't have to go to a shipyard in this game. You can build in the middle of nowhere, so all of a sudden you're fighting and, you know, oh, things aren't going well, you might run away, and all of a sudden you can build your ship. So it's kind of free-form creative mode anywhere, in a sense. Well, I shouldn't say creative mode, but creativity. Without the need of a shipyard. So it is a bit different than I'm used to, because a lot of the games I've been playing these days have a lot of like rules, you know, you can't do this without, you know, doing that and stuff, but it works out. It's pretty cool. So there you go. And so let's merge the thrusters, see if anything happens here. Yeah, so it says something about, I don't know if the power was better. I'm almost tempted to see now. Okay, there you go. So our requirements is 36.63. Yeah, so nothing actually happened, I don't think, with the thrusters there, even though it seemed like it happened. This is your ion engine. This is your kind of your most important engine. Oh, these are telling you everything, but I'll tell you. Screw you. And then he's telling you about the size of everything, which I just screwed up. Oh, man. I shouldn't have. There you go. There you go. There you go. So, like I showed you, middle mouse button, by the way, is how you select a block, so you can delete it, remove it, etc. So now this is your thruster, this is your main propulsion. You want to do it in the direction of, there's your, so we're doing it in the right direction. This is your ion thrusters. They're kind of important, of course, because they'll help you slow down your ship, or speed it up, or whatever. It probably adds to the overall speed, 136. I wonder, actually. No, actually it doesn't, apparently. But it helps you turn your ship, things like that. Now, putting it here will give you, you could see the stats, but putting it over here, actually... Oh, no, actually it doesn't make a big difference on this ship. Okay, never mind. I noticed when I was playing around with before, when it was in the back, it had more of an effect, but maybe that's not always the case, or maybe I was derping up. But this should let us move pretty decently here now. So there you go. And then, on top of that, we can put weapons on it. So this is when you're going to have to hit your plus button. You can replace your weapons on it anywhere you want. So if you look at your ship, it's going to be able to have... Actually, I can have 2 armed turrets and 2 unarmed ones. So unarmed are things like these mining cannons. And we can drag them down there, and double ones are these. Okay, and I think you could just actually click these. I don't know if you can click these and still place them. So these are the chain guns. Oh yeah, you can. So here, you can put the chain guns here, and then we could put the mining ones under here. So you could click here instead and add them without actually adding them in your hotbar. So that's pretty cool. So we finally hit a cap. Okay, I was thinking this was gonna happen. So yeah, it says you can have 2 of each, but actually you can't. You can only have like 1. And so personally what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete the turrets themselves, because I feel like the mining laser is going to be the most important one for me. So let's put the mining lasers on first. There you go. And then what we'll do is we'll put 1 standard turret on the very bottom there. There you go. And I'm going to put 1 more block on here, or attempt to put 1 more block on here. It's sort of a shielding block. I don't know if I actually get it yet. It might not be in the iron level, but your ship is ready. Okay, build and exit. Unfortunately, if you play tutorial mode like I did, you're going to have stuff on here. So there's a lot of other type of blocks on here, and there's a really interesting block, which it looks like you don't get till the Steel Age, actually. It's this field generator, which basically, when you place it, basically it makes it so you pretty much, they have to damage everything before they can take it out, kind of thing. Though I think certain blocks might have exceptions, like thrusters, but I'm not 100% sure. But either way, we're done. We're ready. So there we go. You can change your blocks to your drone at any time. For example, when your ship is damaged and you have to gather resources. Okay, so they're going to teach us this. In the demo, they didn't. So if you hit T, there you go. See that? Isn't that pretty cool? And so you can collect resources with your drone. Now return. You fly it, and you have to select it and hit F and then enter. There you go. You can get insurance for your ship, which is kind of cool, like, you'd see in Eve. Though I don't think they pay back your ship, they just pay you in credits on probably like an average of what the cost is or whatever. Since every ship is a different shape, you might have to reposition your camera. So you can hold Alt down, there you go, and then hold Alt again, and then you can go up and down as well, there you go. And then if you just hold, like if you want to go back centered, you just hold Alt down, and there you go. Cool. You need a crew, so we're going to go to the local ship. Oh, did it select it for us? That's cool. Now, stations, so if you want to buy crews and stuff like that, you need a dock. I've found that when I was playing around, I went to a shipyard. Oh, it wants us to go this one. It probably wouldn't make a difference, but let's fly to the one that they're blanking at. I flew to a shipyard that had no docking port on it, and I was unable to purchase, for example, a crew from it, even though that you're able to buy crew from them. So basically, just keep in mind you have to go to the docking ports, and you have to get close enough where it shows, you know, the dock port like that. So we're going to hire a crew, and you can hire quite a bit of a crew. I forget how many crew we can hold, so we can go and open the ship menu here, I believe, and you can see some basic information. So we have 8 crew quarters, for example, so you could buy 8 crewmen if you like. So let's do 8. Oh, they want 7, huh? Because I guess I need 7 for the... It's a dynamic tutorial, so they'll tell you how much you need for your ship spec. But I'm going to break the rules and buy 8. Oh, can't break the tutorial. It was smart enough. Okay, so open your ship menu. Now, this is where the game gets pretty friggin' awesome. You can assign your crewmen different positions. So, here you go. So, we need to assign 2 to gunners, 4 to miners, I think, and then 2 to mechanics. Will prepare your ship, but cannot rebuild destroy blocks. So merging, remember those merging? I said I had to merge. Well, you didn't have to. You don't have to. But the reason why you would want to merge, I guess, is because it gives you a bigger hit, hit points for those blocks. So that's a big deal, I guess. Though redundancy of having smaller ones around your ship might be important too over time, so keep that in mind. So there you go. We got 1 extra crewman. So you can actually add them to get more efficiency. So, for example, I don't have a good example here, but gunners, no, you might need a bit more than that, actually. I'm trying to give you a good example. Okay, here you go. So mechanics repair your ship but cannot rebuild destroy blocks. So I added another one on there. Because it's kind of double the force in a sense, I only needed 1, so now I have 2. It gives you a bonus of 130%. I don't know if you can go beyond that. Maybe with mods or something like that, system modules, which you can get over time. But that was what I found, at least with the standard... for example, mechanics, say you do 130. I couldn't go past that anyways. You can auto-assign crew members, too. Didn't realize that. That's a feature? Cool. Let's give it a try, shall we? There it goes. That is so cool. So that's cool to know. So if you don't want to manage it yourself, you can, have it do it for you. That's really cool. So you have your systems. Your system modules you can upgrade over time. Basically, they need a certain amount of size to fit in. So for example, I assume if I got rid of this, that little wing, you'd be able to fit another module. So when you have bigger, bulkier ships, you can add more modules into your ship, which is a big deal. This is your cargo. We don't have any cargo yet. This is your energy. Your energy is actually pretty complex. You can actually see all the energy, what systems require how much energy, things like that. Not only that, you can move around certain systems. So for example, here's shielding, and maybe I find it way too important, so I can throw my shielding up here, for example, and it'll have higher priority over other systems. Isn't that crazy? So yeah, you get full control of your energy, and then your hangar. You can have a full-out hangar eventually. So we're gonna check the galaxy map on here. Now, I asked about this. This is your asteroids. This is stations, I believe. This here is, this is ships. I believe this is stations. So there's 5 ships in the sector, and there's 5 stations. I have not figured out what this is. I think it might be wreckage or something, but I'm not 100% sure on that. So if I find out, I'll let you guys know, or somebody hopefully in the comments will comment saying what that is. I haven't figured out the icon. There's no tooltips you have if you hover over here, unfortunately. So this is your location in our territory, I guess. Every square in this grid of the sector you can visit, so we can go anywhere around here. The sectors with green blinking dots are the sectors from where you're receiving signals. So we're receiving signals from all these little different dots. So they could be stations or other ships, I guess, things like that, which is pretty cool. The blue radius around your location is the range of your hyperdrive. You can jump to other sectors, but only within range. So we can jump up to here, but not outside of this. The color sectors show between you and have faction controlling them. Okay, so green is good relations, blue is neutral. So green is good. So like, hey buddy, like how's it going? Good, good, good. Blue is like, good day, sir. Good day. And red is bad relations, as in, hey buddy, you're getting a cap up your butt. Yeah, that was lame. Once you visit a sector with something interesting, it'll be marked in automatic on the map. So if you hover over this tells you information. So I guess in a sense, if you visit a sector, it'll give you that information. Now right-click the sector that is in range and enter the coordinates. So I like to visit... Oh, actually... Funny enough, I have no blinky lights inside where we are right now, so... Unfortunately, I don't have anything cool, but we can enter here anyways. And there you go. You escape. So you can go to the coordinates. Now, you can't go to it yet. You see at the bottom right there, the nav computer is actually calculating. And then just tap your spacebar just once. Just a tap. And that's it. And that's another one. I don't know if I even bothered saying that because I probably did it automatically. When you're flying, if you hold space, you kind of go into like a fast speed there. Well done, you successfully jumped to another sector. Yay! This is your hyperspace drive energy up here, so it's already charged up. And this is talking about different power systems, so this is your ship energy usage right there. And the big one is your battery there. So basically, if this goes down to nothing, you're screwed. You're beyond screwed. And this little one, the little one that you can see, I'll show you when he gets out of here, the tutorial. Okay, so you see the little fine bar down there? This is how much energy I'm using. So if this maxes out, you're kind of, you know, using all your resources, you got problems. When this is maxed out, it will soon, not right away, but soon will start eating away your battery, and your battery will start to fall. If your battery falls down to nothing, your ship basically just starts kind of stalling, and it just doesn't work properly, and you have a lot of problems. You're gonna have a lot of problems. Stopping even right here, for example, and like, okay, I'm gonna stop touching stuff, your battery is gonna still drain and catch up. So once your battery's halfway, I would try to find a safe spot and cool down, or you're gonna have some problems. From my experience, I'm still brand new to this game, but they want us to go back here, I believe. So let's enter the coordinates here, and so you can hold down this, and this gets you, faster moving. But in the end, you have to tap spacebar to actually jump. There we go. And hello, there we go. Congratulations, you finished the tutorial. For advanced tutorials, see the drop-down menu in the tutorial window. Absolutely. So, or not for that one, but there you go. And you can always restart the tutorial with this button. Perfect. We still have a warning. Your ship is very weak compared to other ships in the region. If you want to survive combat, you should arm it better, add shields, or extend it. So, we're weak. And this will turn yellow and then eventually disappear once your ship gets stronger. So, NPC has contacted us. Hello there. Are you off to an adventure too? Absolutely. That's great. I'm sure you can help each other. If there's anything you'd like to know, just ask away. Can you give me tips? Of course. The closer you get to the center of the galaxy, the better materials you'll find to build your ship. You'll be able to build energy generators or parts that protect your ship, like an integrated blocks. Oh, sorry, I'm probably saying it wrong. Or even shield generators. The first thing you should do is find yourself some titanium. Iron is great and get yourself started, but titanium is light and can build better parts with it. And be wary of no man's space around here. I hear there's a pirate leader who terrorizes everyone, who strays too far away from the civilized sectors. Okay, let's talk about something else. I'm sure we can help each other. If there's anything else you'd like to know, just ask away. What's happening around here? 200 years ago, there was a cataclysmic catastrophe which nearly ripped our galaxy apart. Okay. Everybody calls it the event. What happened? Well, people don't know for sure, but legend has it an unsurmountable ring of torn hyperspace fabric appeared around the center of the galaxy. And now our hyperspace engines can't pass it to get to the center, meaning it cuts off the rest of the galaxy. Since the event, nobody has managed to get near the center of the galaxy. The worst part is the event also spawned hyperspace rifts throughout the galaxy, which makes navigation difficult. And then there's the Citan. So before we move on to this, The Omega Directive in Voyager, where they did it in the Federation space, or maybe it was outside the Federation space. There was an experiment done many, many moons ago, and they crippled it, and you can't form a warp field in that space. And that really, really reminds me of that. I really like that. It's exciting. There's a pirate or something there, but he looks like he's not going for me, so we're good. So there's the Zoeton. So that sounds like an enemy race. Go on. Nobody knows where they are. They don't answer any intercoms. When you get too close to them, they start attacking. They have been around since the event, and some people say they were created by it. Ooh. But there's also a bright side. Together with the event, new metallic element called Avorion has appeared. I've heard rumors that there's lots and lots in the center, so it sounds right. So I'm assuming in this game, the further you go to the center, the more these become common, right? So, this material that they just talked about is in the center or close to it. Apparently, it's perfect element for building spaceship. Its robust, light, and energy properties are crazy. So I'm assuming the further you go down this list, the lighter and stronger and the better these components become. So that's really cool. But so far, nobody has found much of it, but I'm going to change that. I'm going to fly to the center of the galaxy. I'm going to overcome a barrier, and I'm going to mine all the Avorion I can find so I can get rich. Cool. I wish you the best of luck. Let's say I wish you the best of luck at your journey. Thank you. You know what? Here. Have this upgrade for your ship. It allows you to scan for hidden sectors. You'll have to install it on your ship menu for it to work, but you can only install upgrades into a real ship. It doesn't work with drones or fighters. The green blip on your galaxy maps are sectors where you can find interesting stuff, but there's also a lot of things that your radar can't pick up. With this upgrade, you'll be able to scan for those hidden secrets. They'll show up as a yellow blip on your map. Ooh, thank you. I'm sure we can help each other. If there's anything else, just let me know. Okay, we read all that. I want to... He had another option. How do you overcome the barrier? I'm not sure yet, but there has to be a way. I know it. Besides, it wouldn't be a very good adventure if everything was clear from the start, would I? Okay. And I wish you... Thank you. You know what? Here. Did he give me another one? Thank you. Goodbye. There you go. So... we got our first upgrade. So if we hold the shift key, of course, and go to our ship menu here, we can go to upgrades, and oh, they didn't actually give me a second one. And there you go. This one's kind of hidden. It's in the dark there, but this is an upgrade slot. And look how much resources that's using, or power. So having this plugged in is quite expensive. It actually uses 0.3 gigawatts, which is, I think, what, equivalent of like 30 megawatts? Or is that 300 megawatts? Oh man, it's been so long since I've done megawatts to gigawatts. I think that's actually 300 megawatts. But this can find hidden things out there, or might be able to find hidden things out there in the yellow. But it also said it increases my scan up to 2. So you see where we can see up to 429? Let's see if it really is the case. We could see up to... oh... it might have actually been able to go further. Let's see. It goes right to this barrier. It might actually be there, but there's nothing there. You know what I mean? So, I'm not sure. Either way, it apparently says, or maybe I was just misreading it there. Shows sectors. Oh yeah, deep scan range +2. So apparently it works better. I don't know. It says deep scan range, so maybe it's something else. But either way, pretty sweet. So there's modules. The more we build the ship, the more modules we'll get over time. Let's do one more thing before we go. Let's try out our mining capabilities. I'm not going to fight or anything like that right now. So right off the bat, oh yes, we got to set our weapons up. So let's go back to the ship menu. You can hit P, by the way. Here you go. So I'm going to set my chain gun to 1. I'm going to set these to 2. So you just click them and hit 2. So now you can see at the bottom here, I know my thing. There you go. So you see at the bottom there, you can kind of see them, 1 and 2. When you activate them, they highlight. So if we just highlight this is the lasers. You can activate them all, or you can turn just the weapon one on, and you can go back and forth. So that's pretty cool. And I just saw and already lost titanium. We did just see it, right? And I was just like, oh, look at that's titanium. And then I'm like, we're going to mine that. And then I lost it. Well, I'm like the worst player ever. Oh, here's some. I don't know if that was the one, but... So we'll just speed up to this. Now remember, this is me letting go of the controls, but we could always flip this around, right, to kind of get better pause. So there you go. Here's the lasers. Oh, I love the look of the lasers, to be honest. Now, I can't get a good eye on the lasers. There was a hard point where you can anchor them so you can't turn and stuff like that, so I guess that would be cool for this if you wanted to. I want to look at my lasers, but I'm not going to get a good view of it. Mayday, mayday. Somebody's having trouble. Yeah, we're not doing that yet. What we're gonna do for the next episode is we're gonna probably do some upgrades, which is probably gonna just be getting titanium. So what I'll do between now and the next update is probably getting a ton and a ton, and I mean a ton of titanium. Am I actually mining this? Oh, I used up all my energy. So there you go. My system kind of failed there. Oh wow, yeah, these are using tons of energy. These must be interesting upgrades. They tell you, I don't know if you can actually get information on them now when you select them. No, I don't think so. You'd have to remove them, so if we delete them, of course, then you can get the information from them. So this is the information on them. So damage a second, efficiency, range, energy a second. So yeah, we're using a lot of energy on these guys. It might be suitable for us to actually consider disabling for now, for example, this add-on, because we know this add-on was quite taxing. And you can even see our battery kind of charging up, so let's see. Oh yeah, it's still powerful. It still kind of eats away. Not as fast though. This is a lot better, but we can fix that up with upgrades and new batteries and things. You can add extra battery capacity or even generators on your ship, but that is for next time. So thank you guys and girls so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. I'm really having a blast with this game. Please don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and remember the game comes out in 3 days. Check the links in the description. Very last link in the description should tell you that. We also are going to be running a server. It'll be like a server whitelist, so you're going to probably have to be on our forums or something like that. We'll figure out what to do for the day of release if you guys are interested in playing. Once again, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you wonderful people next time.